Pick a Side is his YouTube channel. I love Pick a Side. He's cool. They're cool people. Shout out to Pick a Side. If you haven't, if you're not subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. But we're gonna watch something for Pick a Side. Let's see what we're gonna watch. Lamar debate.
Did Lamar Jackson help his playoff reputation?
God.
Joel, the answer is no. The only way to have fixed his playoff reputation
It didn't hurt it or help it.
No. The only way for it to have been helped was if he won.
I'm letting y'all know right now. If this is some bullshit, I'm gonna be really, really fucking mad. I'm gonna put this up here. Hold on, sorry. If this is some bullshit, I'm gonna be really, really mad. Actually, I'm bringing y'all back down here. I like it over here better. Alright, so we'll keep watching.
The main issue is that when Lamar goes up against the top-notch teams in the playoffs, he's fallen short. He's lost twice to the Bills. He has lost to the Chiefs. He lost to the Titans, which, let's be honest, that was inexcusable regardless.
Well, that was Derrick Henry.
That was a minute ago, but you were MVP unanimously.
I'll
They
be
won
honest.
14 games.
The great
the
Roman
Titans
years,
controlled
I
that
don't
game,
give a
though,
fuck
on the
about.
ground, man.
Joel, don't do that.
Because we're talking about a different quarterback.
All right.
We're talking about.
Let's
He
do
was
it.
unanimous MVP.
It's all right. No, let's do it. Todd Monken.
I'm gonna get
has been
fucking
given
pissed off. I feel it.
unbelievable praise for helping aid. I'm using those two words specifically. Helping aid Lamar Jackson to his most efficient passing seasons. What have they tried to prove these last two playoff runs? That Lamar Jackson is an elite passer, right? Kind of how it feels.
Well, I think
because
it's-
against I just want to finish this. Apologize.
Yeah.
Because against the Chiefs last year, they did not run the ball for whatever reason. It was mind-numbing to all of us. It was obvious that was their weakness. Why aren't you exploiting it when you're one of the best rush offenses in the league? This year, the first time you match up against the Buffalo Bills, Derrick Henry goes for over 200 yards, carries the ball over 20 times, and is the X factor as to why you not only win, but blow out Buffalo. In a rematch, you don't factor in Derrick Henry as much as you probably should have in this game. Now, I understand game script. It was 21-7 very quickly, very early on. And you had to adjust, you had to pivot, but regardless to that fact, why are we going away from what we know works to why? To aid Lamar Jackson's narrative?
The Bills were stopping the run.
They were.
In the
first
second half, they were not.
In the third
No,
quarter, you're right.
In the
But
second
in the first half, they were shutting it down.
they were able
But
to run the
don't
ball.
stop it.
I think
you
the
don't quit
difference-
when you have Derrick.
Last year against the Chiefs, they were not running the ball. Like they straight
they
up were
didn't.
just like,
I
we're just
agree.
gonna throw the fucking ball for whatever reason. Didn't work out.
Spags doing the
This year, I feel like in the first half they tried running the ball. Derrick Henry could not get loose. Like they were not really able to do anything. with the run. Of course, passing the ball, they-
That's real. Derrick, and I agree and disagree a little bit. Derrick Henry near the end when he needed to, I don't want to say needed to, but Derrick Henry, in my opinion, great fucking running back. Greatest of all time. One of the greatest of all time. Top 5 in my opinion. Maybe top 3, right? He's a person that he needs to get touches. Hand him the ball. He's not going, well, he could. But most of the time, it's going to take him 25, touches. 30 touches maybe even. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like near the, like, when he got to like the 20, I don't know how many touches he got, but 2015 touching mark, he started, doing good. He started getting on the field and shit. The Bills just suck. And I can't believe we lost.
They had the turnover, so you can say what you want, but for the majority of the time, they were able to move the ball. There wasn't a lot of possessions where the Bills just stifled them completely, right? Whether it's the pass or the run, it was just the turnovers. Like I think the Ravens only punted one time in that game. If I remember correctly, I could go back and double check, but it wasn't like Bills were forcing them 3 and out. They weren't able to move the ball.
No, that's true. That's real.
They were either scoring
That's
or
real.
turning the ball over in that first half.
I think the easy answer
He about to
to
see some
this is
bullshit.
no.
No.
Lamar
Joel about to see some bullshit. I don't want to get mad at shit. He about to see some bullshit. Jamar said you disagree. I don't want to hear that bullshit, Mari. You already hate on my team, and you tell me you need to know. No. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that shit. I'm not hearing
All
it.
over in that first
I'm
half.
not hearing it.
I
not
think the
hearing
easy
it.
answer
Sorry.
to this is no.
Sorry. I'm not hearing
Lamar
it.
Jackson didn't help his playoff reputation. He didn't hurt it because it wasn't a disaster of a game, right? He didn't play terrible for all 4 quarters. He only played terrible for the first 2 quarters. He had those 2 turnovers, and he played
almost
really
not a
well
hater.
in the second half. He played
I wasn't a
great.
hater, but
He
now I'm a
made
hater.
plays in the
Fuck
second
you,
half.
nigga!
But you can.
That's why your fucking Falcons suck.
The 2 first half turnovers.
Yeah, your
that
Falcons suck.
10-point swing.
Y'all
The
got
fumble
Michael
that he had
Peters
was
in
in
the
field goal
backfield and shit.
territory, and then the Bills scored a touchdown on that
They
turnover.
did
puts them in
score.
deep-
Was that not because of the PI? Was that
was
not?
suck.
Okay, I thought so.
Y'all
So
can't do
when-
it. Y'all
when I
never
look
do
at-
it.
When I look at the turnovers that Lamar Jackson had,
All the calls.
you just cannot excuse that. There have been 3
agree.
times that Lamar Jackson was favored past the wild card round in the playoffs. It was, well, outside of the Texans game. But the 3 games that stick out, the Titans, the Chiefs, and the Bills. In all 3 of those games, Lamar Jackson was the favorite. Against
sound
the
like
Chiefs,
an
who had
FPJ jersey.
the most historic
Fuck that
defense
nigga.
in
Fuck
NFL
Michael
history.
Pettis.
Against
Fuck
the
Michael
Titans, they had a
Pettis.
bye week. They were the best
Y'all
team
got
in the
Michael
NFL.
Pettis Jr.
And
on
against the
the team.
Bills, they were favorites on the road. In those games, Lamar Jackson has combined for 7 turnovers. He had 3 against the Titans. He had 2 against the Chiefs last year. He had 2 against the Bills this year. The reason why the Bills won this game is because they didn't turn the ball over. Even though Lamar Jackson might have had more yards, he also had to work larger lengths of the field
twice as hard,
because
too.
of the hole that they dug themselves.
on.
With you.
Who do y'all generally think gonna win? The Baltimore Ravens or fucking Atlanta Falcons? Mari, they suck. We got Lamar Jackson, got Derrick Henry, we got Zay Flowers, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Patrick Ricard, Tyler Linderbaum, Travis Jones, Michael Pierce, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Arthur, or whoever you want to say. Y'all got Michael Penis Jr. Michael Penis Jr. Y'all got Drake London and B. John Robinson. Kyle Pitts' ass. The only person on your defense is good is what's his name? Oh my God, Jesse Bates. Y'all suck. Don't you ever disrespect my Ravens ever again.
And then you look at the stat that Lamar Jackson is 0-5 in playoff games when the
Michael
opposing
Peters
team scores
Jr.
14 points or more. I mean, that's the standard. 14 points? Like Lamar Jackson is a multiple-time MVP.
Might be a
And
3-time.
I feel like I just can't help but
He's
feel like
gonna
if
be
this was
3-time
Josh
MVP.
Allen and roles were reversed, this is the only thing we'd be fixating on. There
Did
would
we
be.
already do this with Lamar? What do you mean if this was Josh Allen? Lamar has gotten
What do
shit
you mean?
year
Lamar
in and year
Jackson's
out.
getting
Lamar's
nothing
been
but
defending-
excuses in
Lamar's
the
been
media right
defending
now.
last.
No, I would
defended
say
him last
this
year.
game, Lamar has gotten more defense than I was expecting.
Right.
Way more. But we're not going to act like up until this point, Lamar has not got shit on.
You're
Yeah,
right.
because he's deserved it. He's not played
Absolutely.
No,
No,
but
What
Josh
the
Allen
has
What the fuck you talking about? He deserved it. I got fucking jeans on this shit. That's wild. I just want to take these off. No weird shit. Sorry. I know. I have shorts on. I don't want y'all to think that's weird. No Diddy. Just no Diddy. Come on. That's
That's
that
what I'm
cordial.
saying. No, I think Joel's sentiment here is Josh Allen would have gotten shit on if this was a performance like Lamar's. Why is that? Because
No.
all we've seen Josh do, majority of what we've seen Josh do in the
that's a damn lie.
playoffs is
Awesome playoff
uplift
performance.
and be amazing.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that the way that we're propping up Lamar Jackson
agree
in the
with
second
this
half,
wholeheartedly.
Josh Allen would have been propped
No,
up the
he would
same
not
way.
have.
Because I remember when he lost to the Chiefs multiple times, Ron Clark went up on ESPN and said, "Smoke your stats at home. You didn't take the dub." And Josh Allen played a great game with no turnovers. But Lamar Jackson, after this game, Ron Clark is tweeting, "You did your job, number 8. This wasn't on you." Even if you believe that the game was on Mark Andrews, which I believe he had big fault in it, he's at least responsible for 50%, and Lamar is the other 50%. Like this is not a scenario where
don't
Mark
hate it.
Andrews
Do y'all hear that?
has all the blame and
hate it,
Lamar
bro. You're
Jackson
right.
has none.
I only say this where I said this on the live. I still feel the same way. Joel, I share a lot of your same sentiments. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but when it comes to the blame, this is where it gets rocky for me because I don't think Lamar played great. I don't think so. Far from. Those 2 turnovers matter. And yes, we can. I keep talking about the ticky-tack nonsense DPI. Regardless, it led to points. Whether that was PI or not, it led to points. So yes, your turnover led to points. I still look at it from a glass half full lens as well, where the turnovers matter.
What's up?
But
Oh,
you had a
Micaiah
chance to
shot
right
it?
your wrongs with one drive.
What's up, Micaiah?
And in my opinion, he did. They didn't get the 2-point conversion. Is that on Lamar Jackson? No, it is not. Mark Andrews should have caught that ball, and Mark Andrews also should not have fumbled that ball early on.
No.
But the same can be said for Lamar Jackson throwing that INT. The
his
same can
fumble
be
was
said for
huge.
Lamar fumbling. That's where I'm with you, Joel. But when it comes to blame, it's hard because one's first half, one's in a game-winning, game-losing, game-tying situation. Can you be your best? I watched Lamar Jackson be his best.
Here's the thing that I struggle with the Lamar Jackson stuff because
This nigga likes the fucking Jets. Are
In
you
order to
serious?
praise a
He likes
player,
He likes
I
the
think-
fucking Jets. The Jets. They don't even know what fucking Jets I'm talking about. That's how fucking ass they are. The last time the New York Jets were in the fucking playoffs was 2010. We literally won a championship like 2-3 years after that. And we're still in the fucking play. What are you talking about? The disrespect. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I can't.
we hold them to a different standard now. Lamar Jackson over the last 2 regular seasons, Dells was saying it all year long. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, right? He's playing better than Patrick Mahomes. He's all this, he's all that. But then when it comes to these moments in the playoffs, we don't hold them to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes standards. We hold them to a lower standard than what his regular season numbers have been. All year long, he has not turned the ball over.
After this game, would you argue we don't do that anymore?
You still have to hold Lamar Jackson to the standard of a multiple-time MVP.
That's-
I will say
that's what I mean.
That's the standard, but the expectation. Now we go into the playoffs and we don't have those same expectations for Lamar Jackson because we just have seen it enough times that he doesn't live up to those expectations.
So you think this was the last game where we have the expectation you're going to be a superstar in a playoff game?
My expectation next year for Lamar in
It's
the
the s-
playoffs
I
is to be a
agree.
superstar.
You have to be
'cause
a
he's
superstar.
he has to be that, but I will say, do I have belief that he can consistently?
different things.
No,
Oh, you're
I
tweaking.
don't. I don't.
It's two different
I
things.
don't.
I saw Lamar win
tweaking?
90 yards with
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
3 minutes with nose day flowers
To
with no
say-
shoddy B go right down that field and put a team in position to tie the
Okay.
game. If that's I don't have faith in him. I know you've never been a Lamar guy. You tried this year, which respect, whatever, do what you got to do because he had such a historic season.
You're not-
How could you not? But to be like, oh yeah, I just don't have faith going forward. He's not going to be that guy. That's fine.
In the
I mean,
playoffs-
he has to prove it.
The best 3 quarterbacks in the league we can agree is Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
By far.
Correct?
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, 47 total touchdowns, 9 turnovers in the playoffs.
That's the GOAT. Keep
Josh
going.
Allen, 30 total touchdowns, 6 turnovers in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson, 12 total touchdowns, 11 turnovers in the playoffs. You're telling me you still have belief in Lamar to
Yes,
perform at the
because
level of
the
Josh
last-
Allen and Patrick Mahomes?
The last 4 playoff games with Todd Monken, I think it's 9 touchdowns, 4 turnovers.
Was I
The
supposed
last
to
four-
lose belief
30
in
and
Peyton
6,
Manning?
but
Like, realistically speaking, was I, as a Peyton Manning diehard fan, supposed to lose faith in Peyton Manning to not be a superstar in the playoffs? The answer is no.
The last 4 games argument for
This
Lamar
made me
Jackson, I
sick.
think, paint a prettier picture than it actually is.
because he's a different quarterback. The other numbers are from 2020 and beyond.
That's not why. Because
5 years
versus
ago.
his first playoff game this year was the Steelers game, correct?
Yes.
Last year, first playoff game was the Texans,
Yes.
right? Against the Chiefs and the Bills. 4 turnovers in those 2 games.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Yeah.
This is where I'm with Joel again. These are against the top-notch teams. When we need Lamar Jackson to be a superstar, he has failed to be that level. Now, for the entire game, whether it's fair or not, that's not for me to decide. But when you are a multiple-time MVP, unfair expectations get put onto your shoulders. Now, shout out to Carson. I'll pull up the tweet. But it talks about Josh Allen going up against top 10 defenses and top 3 defenses. He's still the same guy. It can't be that we're going up against the Chiefs and the Bills, and now we're folding.
Can I change the title?
And again,
in
Joel,
here?
I've been very adamant. I think when we needed to call his number,
Like-
he was the best version of himself.
There's
which
a-
is why
I'm looking at Josh's number. Sorry to cut you off.
That's
the
fine.
last 4 games against Pittsburgh and Denver. 5 touchdowns,
I
no
got that
interceptions.
going
He
here.
has well over 500, 600 total yards. Against the Chiefs and the Ravens, he has a combined, still got 4 touchdowns, but a passer rating under 90.
Well, that's
He
because of
has-
the Ravens game. What did he just do
he
in
had-
the Chiefs game?
He had, okay, so total yards, he had about 250. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 passing, 2 rushing,
I'm
and
the
86
biggest
passer rating.
bird. I'm the biggest
67% completion
All right,
percentage.
I'll read the stats that I was alluding to. Shout out to Carson Breber. Give him a follow. You know him from Nerd Sesh. Legend. He put out a bunch of great stats. Josh Allen's all-time ranks in the playoffs. This is with a minimum of 8 games played. 312 total yards per game. That's first. 2.5 total touchdowns per game. That's second. 5.8 touchdown to interception ratio. That's first. 5.2 touchdown to turnover ratio, that's second. Versus top 10 scoring defenses, 302 total yards per game, 27 touchdowns, only 2 turnovers. Versus top 3 scoring defenses, 289.8 total yards per game, 11 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. And I say this with love because I don't like slandering Lamar Jackson. I told you, I'm here for the ride now. I still believe that he has a Peyton Manning level trajectory to his career. It's night and day between him and Josh Allen in the playoffs. It's night and day between him and Mahomes. I don't even include Mahomes in these conversations because we know it's different. Against the best teams, it's not wrong of us to want you to be a 9 out of 10.
And that's why Allen is the better quarterback. And I think
I'm not watching this shit no more. Because I'm not gonna sit here and have some man that likes the New York Jets say to my face that's why Josh Allen is the better quarterback. He's just not. He's a great quarterback, don't get me wrong, but Lamar Jackson, you don't see people like Lamar Jackson every day. You don't see people like Lamar Jackson ever. You just don't. So I'm done. I'm not watching no more.